For some of you, this might be a surprise if you haven't checked anywhere else because I haven't talked about it, but LATIAS and LATIOS are leaked as the anniversary Pokemon, and now we actually have the movesets leaked by Chico Eevee, of course, as always, providing us with information about both Pokemon and their movesets. So let's get straight into it, starting with the better one, of course, LATIAS. Obviously, we have Levitate. When this Pokemon uses a move, its movement speed increases for a short time. Similarly, when Latios is nearby, this Pokemon's move speed increases. When Latios is on the same team as this Pokemon can fly to Latios, and this ability goes on a cooldown after it's triggered. It can fly to Latios. I wonder how much range that is. But yeah, both Pokemon have some synergy when they work or when they're on the same team, similar to like Zaya Rakan of League of Legends. If you've ever played League of Legends before, those are also two characters that get a bit of bonus when they're on the same team. Also, yeah, if you can hear, I just woke up, so my voice is not quite there yet. Before anyone tells me I have a lisp again, I'm just not awake yet. Confusion has the user release a weak telekinetic force in a designated direction, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon it hits. Probably just the basic move. Sounds very basic, and the other one is Swift. Has the user shoot a star-shaped race across a large area in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits. And now we get to the real stuff. We have Mist Ball, and there's already a lot of text. Has the user release a mist-like flurry of down in the designated direction, not sure what that means, dealing damage, applying a slowing effect, and making opposing Pokemon it hits. After a set amount of time passes, or the move is used again, the Flurry of Dawn bursts, creating a zone of mist. Opposing Pokemon in the zone take damage, receive a slowing effect, and are marked. Marked opposing Pokemon deal decreased damage. Okay, decreased damage. I wonder what Latias is going to be. Support, defender, or both are going to be like damage dealers. If either Latias or Latios deals damage to the marked opposing Pokemon, that's already the sum of the duo effect, the duration of those Pokemon remain marked increases. And the upgrade increases the duration of opposing Pokemon remain marked. So actually something that reduces damage. Okay. Has to use a mist like Flurry of Dawn. I mean, I guess it's just like a big circle, right? Mist Ball probably has the round circle that you put down on the ground. Maybe similar to like Water Spout or something, I assume. Then we have a Dragon Pulse. After the user learns this move, it gains Eon Power whenever it defeats white Pokemon and knocks out Pokemon on the opposing team. Oh, already a stacking effect on Chaos. This move has the user generate a beam in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits, and restoring the user's HP. If the user hits an opposing Pokemon with this move, the user gains Aeon Power. This move also releases telekinetic projectiles which deal damage. The more Aeon Power the user has accumulated, the more projectiles are released, and the more damage they're dealt. Upgrade, the beam also applies a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon. Okay, just a big beam. Yeah, I mean, that's fun. I like anything that's a big beam. Sure. Can't say much about it, but it has like an endless stacking mechanic, which also is always fun. Something can always stack, something can hunt for. Sure, why not? Then we have Dragon Shear. Has the user rally the designated allied Pokemon, granting its next basic attacks additional damage. This move can be used again to rally a second designated allied Pokemon if the second usage rallies the same allied Pokemon as the first. Oh, it's literally Rakan. That's why Chico Eevee put a Rakan picture in here. That's literally Rakan. Okay. You just jump to an enemy, jump to an ally, give it a shield, and you can jump again to the same ally, another ally. Okay. If the second usage rallies the same ally Pokemon as the first, the user also flies to the Pokemon and rallies itself. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Wait, has the user really... No, first you put a sheet on someone that makes them do additional basic attack damage, and if you use this again on a second ally, then you can fly if it's the first one as the first one apparently or something. I don't know. And then upgrade grants rallied, now it says rallied, ally Pokemon a shield. No, it said rally. Okay, has user rally the okay. Alright, I think I get it. So first you can put a sheet on someone. You can put also a second sheet on someone, or if the second sheet is put on the first one you put, you also fly towards that ally. And before we get to the Unite move, we have the last move, which is Dragon Breath. After the user learns this move, it gains Eon Power whenever it defeats white Pokemon or knocks out Pokemon on the opposing team. So similar to Dragon, whatever the other one was, Dragon Pulse. This move has the user exhale a mighty gust in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits and decreasing their special defense. If this move hits Pokemon on the opposing team, the user gains Eon Power. The more Eon Power the user has accumulated, the greater the move's attack range and damage. and upgrade applies a slowing effect. So it's definitely like a debuff and buff Pokemon as well, but it just sounds like, I don't know. I mean, it could even be a defender still, I feel like. But yeah, definitely a support, debuff, buff, all-rounder, I guess. What it sounds like so far. And then we have its Unite move. Mist Blast has user aim a designated opposing Pokemon and charge power before releasing a pulse dealing damage. The user's move cooldowns immediately reset and are reduced for a short time. If Latios is also aiming its Unite move at the designated opposing Pokemon, the pulses stack and explode, dealing damage around the target as well. Okay. So it definitely sounds like they work alone, but of course, if they're together in the same team, they get even better, which again, it has been a thing, and I do like it. I do like it. Of course, it makes drafting a bit weird. If someone picks Latios on one team, the other team always has to consider, do we pick Latios now? Is it OP together? Is it not OP together? And yeah, but already sounds pretty fun. I always hard for me to tell how much fun a Pokemon is, only reading its moves. Of course, I need to see something, but already sounds pretty promising. Now let's check out Latios. As we have Levitate, I think it's the same passive. Yep, same passive. Alright, then we have Confusion, which probably also the same as user release a weak telekinetic force in that direction, dealing damage, applying a slowing effect, opposing and hits. Boring, boring, boring. We have Swift, has the user shoot star-shaped rays across the large area. Same thing apparently, I think, as Latias. And then we have the first move. Luster, Purge. So let's see what Latias is. If it's going to be like a defender Pokemon, maybe. I could see that happening. Has the user let loose a ball of light after a set amount of time passes, or this move is used again, the ball's light releases all at once, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon and marking them. So also marking again enemies again. User and any Latias on the user's team deal increased damage to marked opposing Pokemon. This is just straight up damage. Just straight up damage. Increases the duration opposing Pokemon remain marked. Okay, first move is straight up damage. Alright. Also for Latias. And for Latias on the user's team. Okay, yeah. Then we have Dragon Pulse, also Dragon Pulse. After the user learns this move against Eon Power, also its Eon Power, the move has the user dash in a designated duration and makes its next basic attack a boosted auto attack. Okay. If the user hits an opposing Pokemon with its boost auto attack, the user gains Eon Power. The boost auto attack also releases telekinetic projectiles which deal damage. The more Eon Power the user has accumulated, the more projectiles are released and the more damage they deal. Upgrade telekinetic projectiles deal additional damage to opposing Pokemon equal to a set percentage of their max HP. Okay, that already sounds pretty strong. It's just we have a dash and we get a boost auto attack. We don't know what the boost auto attacks of Latias and Latios do, I think, but that's always good, right? Getting a boost auto attack reset. Nothing wrong with that. And then we also have some max HP damage, which is also, of course, very strong always. Then we have Telekinesis again. It has the user unleash a psychic power in the designated direction, dealing damage and applying a slowing effect to opposing Pokemon it hits. If the user hits an opposing Pokemon with this move, the move can be used again to unleash a psychic power at the designated opposing Pokemon, dealing damage to it. If the second Pokemon hit by this move is different from the first, the two Pokemon are pulled towards each other and are left unable to act if they collide. If the second Pokemon hit by this move is the same as the first one, it is left unable to act. Okay, that sounds very fun and very annoying. Oh wow, okay. But is it point and click? Power in the designate duration means somewhere you aim, right? But that sounds fun. It's already more like defender-like, I guess. Or maybe supporter-like, not sure. Both of these, I can't really tell what role they're going to be. I have no idea. No idea. Latias also could be an attacker. This could be anything right now. It has a stun, so telekinesis. Both Pokemon, if they're close to each other, they'll be pulled together and stunned. And if you use on the same one twice, that just gets stunned. Okay. And then we have the last move, Draco Meteor. After the user learns this move against Eon Power, of course, again, this move has the user summon down comets onto the designated area, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon they hit. If this move hits Pokemon in the opposing team, gain Eon Power, you do more damage. Eon Power, yeah, we get it. The more Eon Power the user has accumulated, the more comets are summoned and the more damage they deal. Upgrade comets deal additional damage to opposing Pokemon's equal set percentage of their max HP. More max HP damage. But I don't know which one on the same level. I don't know if you can have both a Dragon and Draco Meteor at the same time. Or if it's different moves. I have no idea. But that also sounds pretty fun. You just rain down meteors. Comets, I mean, sure. And then we have the Unite move. Same as Latias. We have the Eon Blast. Has a user aim at the designated opposing Pokemon and charge power before releasing a pulse, dealing damage. These are move cooldowns immediately reset, which is also just insanely OP, right? Moves resetting and reduce for a short time. But reduce for a short time is kind of like any Pokemon, because everyone gets kind of cooldown reduction after Unite moving almost. Latias also aiming, blah blah blah. We get the same thing. So yeah, that's Latias and Latios' moveset. I mean, I need to see it in action, but I'm excited, doesn't matter what. Like, those are two of my favorite legendary Pokemon. So I was already super excited when I saw it being leaked that they're coming to Unite as an anniversary. I also hope they release it the same day, right? So that would be cool to have like a double release for once. That'd be sick. And let me know in the comments what you think about this. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!